Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back today with just a little video. So this is a VR to Cara at Lady Cara Tarot, and I've also seen this video on Teresa's channel at Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. So I thought this is a good little video for me to do at the moment because I don't have a lot of energy and I have spent a lot of time in bed in the last week. In fact, I've probably been in bed more than I've been out of it in the last week, but hey ho, that's how it has to be. I have to rest, and I'm getting some energy back, so I'm starting to feel a bit better. Well, you know how it is. You think that you get up and you think that you're feeling better, and then when you start to do things, you realise that you're not better. But at least I've been wanting to get up and out of bed and try to do things. So yeah, things are improving. So this is the hashtag bedside decks. And I remember a couple of years ago, I think it must be 2 years ago, I did a tag by a lady called Mel at Woolly Hermit. That was her channel. And I don't think she has a channel anymore. I've not seen any videos from her for a while, although she does pop in and say hello to me sometimes. But she did a tag called Decks to Snuggle With. And quite a few of us did that tag. And I think quite a few of us actually recorded our videos from our bed. Which I did do, you know, in good taste. There was nothing rude about it. But yeah, I think quite a few of us sat in our bed and showed the decks that we had on our bed. I'm not going to do that today. I've got up and I've been pottering about a little bit. So I don't have many decks to show you. So this is a really quick little video. At the moment, there are only 3 decks on my bed. And the first one is this one, the Dream Ritual Oracle cards, which I got just before Christmas, I think. It's a 48 card deck that encourages you to explore the profound messages that your dreams can offer. The cards are powered by the potent energy of the moon and its key phases to help you unlock your nocturnal intuition. And there are a lot of rituals in this deck. Now, so far, I haven't attempted any of the rituals. Dream work is not something that's kind of new to me, really. God, it's such a funny box. Look at that, look. Horrid. I'm a long time fan of Carl Jung, and Carl Jung was very big on dream interpretation. So I have sort of worked with mine and other people's dreams on and off for years when I was working. It was something I always really enjoyed looking at, was dream interpretation. And you know, these days I don't often remember my own dreams that much. When I was younger, I used to sort of wake up and these dreams would be right in the forefront of my mind, and these days they're really not. So I thought this deck might help me to get in touch with my dreams. These are some of the cards. But the rituals are quite sort of quite full on, and I haven't really had the energy just recently, but I will have a go at some of these. Like this card here, Reframe. It gives you a ritual to do upon waking, you know, like a body scan. And then there are some nocturnal insights. Illuminate here, there's a ritual moon water before bed. relax. There's ritual sleep hygiene. So, you know, lucid dreaming. I think I need to really be in the mood to have a go at this and to give it its full go, because, you know, there's, for any kind of rituals really, you need to be quite organised and quite motivated, don't you? You know, to be in the right frame of mind. So I shall, I'm sure I will get to these. I really like the cards. I think they're really, I like all of the greens and blues in them. I think they're really pretty cards. I might just try something just very simple, like choosing a card and putting it under my pillow and just seeing what happens, you know. So the second deck that is on my bed is this one, and it is the Fairytale Oracle by Gilia Masgilia. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a low Scarabeo deck. This one came to me just before Christmas as well, I think. I love fairy tales. I love fairy tale decks. I'm always keen to collect them. And I was, for one of my projects for February, I was going to edge the John Bower tarot. I was going to mod it, like trim it and edge it. But the more I looked at it, the more I just thought, I don't know what to do with it. I'll ruin the cards if I start chopping them, because they're quite small anyway. And I just didn't know what to do with it. So in the end, because this is one of the decks that I'm working with this month, I decided to spend some time with this deck and edge it. And that's what I've been doing. I've edged it in this nice orange, which I think matches the backs. And I've just been sitting in bed at night while I'm watching telly, just doing this. And I think this orange pen that I have chosen for it is starting to run out already, which is really annoying. As you can see, I've gotten about halfway through, maybe a bit more, haven't I? And you can see on some of the cards, I'll probably need to go over them again, but I'm pleased with the colour. The orange is nice. And this is a lovely deck, actually. I'm really enjoying looking at it. I know quite a few of the fairy tales that are in these cards. Yeah, look at it. It's really just really pretty, isn't it? So yeah, any card that I'm sort of looking at, that I'm edging, that I don't quite understand why they chose that imagery, I'm looking it up in the book and trying to sort of work out what fairy tale it is and what they're getting at. But yeah, I really quite like this. With the troll look, it always makes me think of Harry Potter, the troll. So yeah, that's the Fairytale Oracle. Fairytale Oracle. See, my brain is still not working properly. The Fairytale Tarot. Look at the devil there. And Temperance. It's a very sweet deck, actually. I say sweet. There's a lot of monsters and a lot of creatures in it, but I really quite like it. So yeah, I may well do a reading with this later on this month if I feel better. I won't be doing a reading this week. I've put a little post up just to say that I'm not, because I just don't feel that I'd give it my full attention or intuition at the moment, because my brain just is farting, really. So yeah, this is the Fairytale Oracle, and yeah, I shall get to hopefully over the next couple of days I shall finish edging that. So that's the second deck that I'm using, and the third deck that is on my bed at the moment is the Shimmering Veil by the lovely Scylla Conway, which this box is so stiff and hard to open. And this is my deck for the month for a deck study. That's what I'm doing with this. I'm not really doing any readings as such with it, but I am using it for a deck study. And the cards are quite different to things that I would normally choose. You can see a lot of them are quite dark in the colour palette. I find this deck quite intimidating, if I'm honest, so I thought it would be a good deck to study. And I have done a deck interview with it, which I've obviously not been organised enough to pull the cards out, but I may well pause the video in a moment and just find those cards and show you my deck interview very quickly. In fact, I think I will. Okay, so this is the deck interview that I did with this deck, because, you know, I think that's a really important thing to do, especially with a deck that you're not familiar with or that you might find challenging in some way. So the first question was, what kind of reading will you excel at? And I pulled, really surprisingly, the Ace of Pentacles, because I don't know about you, but I was not expecting this deck to tell me that its strengths were pentacles. This doesn't seem... I was expecting swords, if I'm honest. I don't know why. I just think that this deck has a cooler sort of feel about it. But anyway, I pulled the Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, manifestation, how to stay grounded. It's about your well-being, your health, sensuality, a love of life, that kind of thing, isn't it? So yeah, that's the kind of reading that it will excel at, is the stuff of everyday life, and how to enjoy everyday life, I think. What are your strengths as a deck? And I pulled the Two of Wands, and I mean, you can, you know, this is a good card to interpret. You can see here what's going on. Some of these cards are not so easy to interpret. They really do have to be read very intuitively. And the Two of Wands is about exploring possibilities, really, isn't it? It's like, what am I doing next? Having a good look around and, you know, what am I doing next? What's the possibilities? Card number 3 is, what are you here to teach me? And this is the Four of Air, or the Four of Swords. And I've written in my journal how to have freedom and peace of mind. And that's very pertinent to me, very relevant to me. And this is kind of more of what I was expecting to see with this deck, actually. So I was really pleased to see this card come out, because this is something that I do still struggle with, peace of mind. You know, the person here is sat meditating, very calm, and yeah, with that peace of mind. And that's definitely something that I still struggle with. Not all the time, but certainly sometimes. Card number 4 is, how can I best connect with you? And I pulled the Empress, which is beautiful. And I've written, through creativity and sensuality and embracing my femininity. So embracing that emotional side of me, that creative side, that intuitive side, that caring, empathic side of me. Yeah, so that's lovely. I'm really pleased with that. And the card that sums the deck up the best is another Pentacles, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is an Earth Mother, someone green-fingered, a good mother, someone solid and dependable, but essentially grounded. And again, with the card at the beginning, what kind of reading will you excel at? And I pulled the Ace of Pentacles, which is about how to stay grounded. I think that this deck interview is actually extremely relevant for me. I was really pleased with all the cards that I pulled, and it's actually helped me to sort of settle into studying this deck a little bit more. I've been pulling like 3 or 4 cards, or 3 cards in the bottom of the deck every day, and first of all seeing what my intuition picks up, how it makes me feel, the card, what it makes me think about, and then looking in the book and just sort of reflecting on those things, really. So it's been a really nice process. So yeah, this is a very deep and emotional deck, actually. And like I said, I really wasn't sure what its strengths were going to be, but if it teaches me, or helps to teach me, to have a peace of mind, and if it helps me to stay grounded by looking at different possibilities and by tapping into my intuition, well, that's fantastic, isn't it? So there we go. They're my 3 little decks, and I've already just waffled, haven't I, for 17 minutes. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed seeing my decks, and it was lovely to come on and do a video and perk my brain up a little bit. And do say hello, and I will see you all again soon.